My name is Samantha with More Than Serendipity Visual Marketing, and I am here today with Jen B with Grow. And we're both members of the Brighton Business Builders, and Jen is going to be presenting to our group soon. So I want to just take the time to learn a little bit more about you, your business, and then have you tease us a little bit about what you're going to be talking about so we can invite people in to come visit us. So first, just tell me a little bit about your business and how it came to be, whatever you want to share of that story here.
I think I've been doing a lot of work around this, Sam, recently because really grow is based on the fact that I've had some pockets of mess. Anybody else have pockets of mess? Pockets of mess in my own life.
I'm not
And now I'm
ashamed of
looking
my
to turn now I'm looking to turn them into a message to empower other women and help them to feel not so alone. But I'll start off with a very quick story that I've told recently, and I think it's connecting with others. And again, I'm in the world of helping others to feel connected. So at the age of about 13, I was in the 7th grade. There was this boy, and his name was Daniel. I'm hoping it's still Daniel. And he used to sit behind me in the 7th grade. And the teacher had this way of teaching us how new vocabulary. And I didn't, English is not my first language, where we would go around and we would read out loud. Talk about the pressure of already reading out loud. But as somebody who didn't know certain words, for me, that was a big, big situation. And it happened every single Monday like clockwork.
That would terrify me.
So Daniel, by the time that it was my turn, I was going through multiple things in my life and very much emotionally coping with food, and that had taken a toll on my physical wellness. He would tell me I wasn't enough. I can get it through the lesson. I might as well stop. You weren't meant to be here, and all these kinds of things. So I am now on a quest to help people who, for lack of a better word, have been given stories that are not theirs to realize that these things aren't usually true, real, or ours, and to help shift them in their life to get unstuck, to go do whatever the heck it is that they want to do.
Love it.
So for me now, I've actually turned this story of Daniel into gratitude for Daniel, because Daniel showed up in a time and place where now I can emotionally connect to other people who might have had a similar story of bullying or not feeling enough at some point.
Right.
So that is one of the goals of Grow, which actually stands for Get Ready to Own Your Worth. And yes, most of the work I do is around women or with women. Some few and select boys get to play every now and then. But I essentially help people realize that their then is today, and to get our own way and go do the thing.
I love it. I love that. I know I get to hear you talk all the time. So I know that you've got a very powerful way of showing up and getting your message across, which not all of us do. So I think that people are drawn to that too, which is great. So I'm glad that you're living in that space and showing up for women that need it, because many of us do. I know that. So the BBB is a co-ed group, and we've got men and women in there, and I'm sure some of the men in there are hoping there are some of the boys that get to play every now and then.
We'll see.
Okay. But tell me a little bit about, why did you join the Brighton Business Builders? What do you enjoy about the group?
So first off, connection and community. So I am a firm believer that when we live in flow, our life leads us to where we need to go. And honestly, I don't live in Brighton, so don't hold that against me. But I live right next to Brighton.
I do too.
Are you holding that against me, Sam?
Look, my address is Brighton, but technically I live in Thornton. So I really can't. I told someone in Brighton who I love that I lived where I live, and she's like, that's not really Brighton. So I can't hold it against you.
It's a little grace there. So to take a step back, so I've been an entrepreneur now for about 2 years, and I've been part of the Brighton Chamber for about a year now. And one thing led me to another in Brighton, and then I found this amazing group of people who are focused on a mentality as well of abundance. It's not like this exclusive group where only certain people get to play. And honestly, for the investment, I was like, this is a no-brainer. Also, I am a huge fan of Natalie. Yes, if you're watching this, CEO and president of the Brighton Chamber. So when she said, go do this thing, I was like, I'm all in. What was that, Sam?
I said, just a nice little plug for Natalie.
That's right. But I was like, if Natalie says it's a good place to connect with others, which is what I'm all about, then why not? So it's been great. The group's been growing a whole lot, which I think is pretty cool to see. And it's about community and meeting people where they are. And if we happen to be the right fit for the right service, let's talk.
No, I love it. And it really is good. I love that the group, we get to educate each other, which is what You're going to be helping with, well, everyone that speaks does bring something to the table. So that's what I love about the group besides the community. I've been in it for a long time and I got voluntold to lead it for a little while. You weren't there then. Don't worry, you didn't miss out on anything. But but what I loved about it was the educational piece of it. Our presenters teach us things that we need to know in our business and in our personal lives. And it's helped me grow as a person. So that's what I really love about the group. So I love that you're
Awesome.
connecting on a community level is really awesome. So without giving a whole bunch of stuff away, but just enough to make someone who's not a part of the group watching this want to come and check us out. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from your presentation.
So I'd ask you or whoever is watching this video, thanks for spending a little bit of your time with us today. But I'm just going to ask, what version of the when then game are you playing? So here's how it goes for a lot of us, right? Yeah. So if you're not aware of this game, about 90% of us play it at some point, sometime, and we may be actively playing it right now. So a couple different versions of when then that I come across very often. If anybody can relate, raise your hand, you're not alone. When the kids grow up, then I will go take care of myself. Mm-hmm. When I lose the weight, then I will take the pictures. And I gotta say, Sam loves taking pictures, so stop letting that get in your way.
As a photographer, I have that conversation all the time. And I'm in a place right now where I'm not super comfortable in front of the camera. And I also still remind myself of that. At Christmas, we almost didn't take pictures because I was like, well, none of them want to, and I don't want to. So why would we? Well, we would, because you don't know if you get tomorrow. And you and I have a similar story with losing a valuable person in our lives, my mom, your dad, and not having those pictures are
great.
Heartbreaking. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt what's the next level, the less depressing when then?
Right. And I mean, again, just as we were chatting, that sends like chills throughout my entire body because I've been there and I get it. And I know so many women have this internal conversation and men and my dad, and there is no then, right? And so again, just to add a little bit of my own story there. I lost my dad when I was 18. He started getting really, really sick when I was 8. By 10, he was permanently disabled. He was great behind the lens, not in front of the lens. So I have about 10 pictures of my dad, and about 5 of them are before I even met him. So these are not pictures that I feel connected with, and he's my everything. So if that is your then, stop it today. And then the other one that I hear so often as well is when my business makes X amount of money, then I'll be legit. You're here, you're listening to this, you're a career woman, you're a business owner, you're legit. Let me just tell you that. So my goal is to provide you with tools. I'm going to say 4 tools, just 4, pretty simple, to get out of your own way and make your then today. Because we don't know if then is coming. And I wish I could say I don't see thens around anymore. I do. And I have these constant reminders from mentors who I've lost even 5 months ago, got hit by a bus. He's my constant, like, yes, encouragement for Jen, go do the then with the people because we don't know if then is coming. So Sam, I'm so excited for this opportunity to help bust some thens and make some thens today.
Yes, I love it. Wonderful. So if you're watching this, you want to come and visit us. We meet Thursday mornings in Brighton. You can find us on www. I don't know why I just said that, but anyway, brightonbusinessbuilders.org is our website, and that's where you'll find the schedule, information about the group. We'd love to have you. You can visit twice before you have to worry about any kind of a commitment. So come check us out. And again, the website is brightonbusinessbuilders.org. That's where you'll get all the information. Jen, thanks so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it.
Of course. Bye, y'all.